This is Andy Purewell for Boxing News. I'm joined by Richie Woodhall here in Manchester. Richie, Derek Chisora coming away with another victory against Otto Wallin. Always seemed to be picking up the rounds, had a couple of knockdowns. What do you make of that performance?
I thought it was a landslide victory, I couldn't believe one of the judges. What an incredible performance that was from Derek Chisora. I thought he would win the fight. I thought he'd be too strong for Wallin, but I don't think anyone in there would have predicted the way he won it. Like I said, really impressive. He knew he had to get up close to Wallin, so the tactics were absolutely spot on. Get on his chest, whip shots over the top. He was prepared to take punches to land shots. So all in all, I thought, he rolled back the years. Man, he's one tough guy, and that was a really impressive performance from Derek Chisora.
If we're to believe his next fight will be his last and he won't be boxing in the UK, who would you like to see his 50th and final fight be against?
Well, I'm in two minds really, because his 50th fight, I'd like to see him go out on a win. So maybe another opponent similar to that of Otto Wallin, someone around, in the top 20, should I say, from 10 to 20 maybe. But then again, he's going to want a world title fight, isn't he? And that was eliminated for the title. So the winner of Dubois and Parker, that's what he will want, won't it? And, you probably can't deny him. It's his 50th contest. He wants that last crack at a world title, and he'll probably get it. But I would, like I say, that's a 50-50 fight, isn't it? So I'd like to see him go out on a definite win for his 50th. And I think, he could come back here, 24,000 people, it would pack it out, wouldn't it? Whoever he fights, but he probably deserves that world title fight, and he'll probably get it. And fair play, you know what? He deserves it.
Just to quickly ask you, Richie, there's some rumoured bouts on the horizon over social media being mentioned. A Dillian Whyte and Joe Joyce fight. What would you make of a heavyweight clash between the pair of them?
Man, that's a clash of the titans, isn't it? That's a tough fight. Both, good on the front foot. Dillian Whyte's got a better jab than what most people think. I think he's a decent boxer, Dillian Whyte. And the juggernaut, Joe Joyce, I know all about him because I've worked with him. He can't really afford to have another loss, can he? So he's got to win. That's a 50-50 for me.
Also seen Anthony Cacace and Lee Wood mentioned over social media, obviously without a title on the line now, if it was to be the case. Again, your thoughts, Richie?
I think that's a great fight. Cacace is one of those guys who's been in it a long time. And obviously, I know Cacace and through Carl Frampton, who I work with. But Lee Wood, Nottingham lad, he's a warrior himself, isn't he? So, yeah, it's a great fight. And one that, again, could sell out a stadium. So, again, it's another really close one to call.
Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker's a matter of weeks away now. Do you have a favourite? Do you have a pick, an opinion, Richie?
Tough fight to call because Parker has improved so much over his last 3 or 4 fights. Got the speed back, and he's a really good boxer. But then you have to give a lot of credit to Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois has come through some really good contests where he keeps improving, and I think he'll improve again. So if I had to go one way or the other, I'd probably just edge towards Dubois. Great jab, and I felt that jab taking him on the pads many times. Real good kid. Decent boxer, a lot of power in his right hand, but also the left hook on the inside is probably his hidden punch. That's the real danger shot. So I'd probably just edge towards Daniel, to be honest.
Just last one on that then. A lot of people have said to me that they can see Daniel either winning it within the first half of the fight, but if it hits the second half of the fight, it could be Joe Parker taking over. Do you agree with that sentiment?
Well, that's it, yeah, I think. But having said that, I think Daniel's beginning to manage the rounds a lot better now. He's not like that early Daniel Dubois when he went off a little bit too quick. He now seems to have settled down. He's getting more seasoned, so he's handling the 12 rounds a lot better. But yeah, I'd probably agree with it in that Daniel's going to be really dangerous in the first half of the fight, and for me, Joseph Parker will have to avoid a lot of shots early and then probably try and get Daniel in the later stages of the contest. But if he goes on those tactics, he could come unstuck because, like I say, I think Daniel Dubois manages a contest a lot better now.
Richie, as always, it's a pleasure. Safe travels home. I'll see you soon.
All the best, Dan.